Capricorn, the goat. The last sign of the Earth triplicity. December 21st to January 20th. This sign governs the knees and the legs of the grand man, or macrocosm, and is a dry, earthy, feminine, nocturnal, southern, changeable, domestic sign of the zodiac, the negative pole of the Earth triplicity. The higher attributes are absorption and inspiration. The sun enters the sign Capricorn on or about the 21st of December of each year, and departs from the sign on or about the 20th of January. The sun on entering the sign should be given 6 days before coming into full touch and action with the influence of the sign. A person born between the dates of the 21st and the 27th of December would not receive the full central results of the sign's individuality, as he would be born when the sun was on the edge of the sign. This is known as the cusp, and its nature and impulses partake of the sign the sun has just passed through and out from, and the native will also partake of the attributes of the sign of the zodiac in which the moon is located at the time of birth. This sign represents the dark side of the earth, the occult side of history, solitude, and meditation. People born under it are deep thinkers, natural orators, and teachers. They are worshippers of intellect and devotees to book knowledge. They are insatiable in their desire for intellectual growth. They are indefatigable workers, and apt to tire quickly because they usually do several things at a time. Like the goat, they will work for themselves without stop or stint, but are very restless when harnessed to work for others. They are not overstocked with self-esteem, and are apt to be self-conscious. Capricorn people resent all interference, and never meddle with the affairs of others. They are fine entertainers, have excellent memories, and excel in storytelling. This is the most brilliant and the most depressed sign in the zodiac. When jolly, Capricorns are very jolly. When miserable, they are more miserable than all the others put together, and can usually give no adequate reason for their wretchedness. They are kind-hearted, loyal, secretive. A friend once is a friend always. They are usually careful in all money and business affairs, and a promise is sacredly regarded. They are natural planners, and know how to make both ends meet. The majority of the people born under this sign are natural absorbents of natural laws, and are efficient servers to the vast body of humanity in a material way. They are adapted to the carrying out of large projects, and have wonderful continuity in attending to any enterprise which promises handsome material benefits, but they are apt to lose heart when the outlook seems small. Every Capricorn person should have a good business education and a practical experience in self-maintenance, even if they are prospective heirs or heiresses. These people are very particular about appearances, and set a great value upon the opinion of the world. The desire to keep pace with aristocracy has ruined many a Capricorn individual. The women are usually far more discreet financial managers than the men, and are very careful housekeepers, possessing much taste in the arrangement as well as the management of the home. They are often able to take charge of hotels and institutions where many servants are employed. Some excellent musicians come from this sign. When the individual is born so as to be marked by the sign before Capricorn, Sagittarius, on the cusp, as it is called, the gift of prophecy is likely to be most marked. Some of the most successful actors and actresses are the result of this combination of signs. Capricorn people are proud, high-minded, determined, independent, lovers of harmony and beauty, but apt to live too much in externals. They are the people of great material aspirations. Capricorn people are sometimes very indiscreet and very eccentric in their charities and investments. They are apt to be prodigal in giving and buying, and they are also very close in these matters. This seems to depend upon the mood. When the spirits are high and the world looks green, there seems no end to material resources, but when the darkness descends, and this is likely to be a frequent occurrence, the rainy day turns up and there is no pleasure in purchasing or giving. Occasionally a Capricorn individual will be found who is not subject to fits of depression. When this is the case, the sanguine temperament predominates so thoroughly that the rainy day is seldom anticipated. Indeed, these exceptions are generally reckless in money matters. These people are the most natural teachers to be found in any sign, and this is because they are patient with details. They do not expect the child of 7 to know as much as the child of double that age. They are very practical in this work, and generally very kind. The pupils of these Capricorn individuals are always devoted to them, and have a great desire to progress, if for no other reason than to please the instructor. These people abhor flattery, but are exceedingly appreciative of the commendation which they feel they have righteously earned. They are magnetic and draw people to them by the working of a natural law, but they dislike any especial demonstration of affection. They know when they are really liked, and this knowledge is quite sufficient. Indeed, there is no worse torture for these persons than to be compelled by courtesy to submit to kisses and caresses. Only to those they really love are they in the least demonstrative. When awakened and developed, they become the most zealous and unwearied workers in spiritual things. To raise them from the apathy which a long experience in external life has fostered is a difficult matter, but when roused they seem to be wider awake than the people of almost any other domain. Personal appearance. Capricorns are generally shorter of stature with exceedingly expressive eyes. Companions. The most congenial friends and companions will be found with those born in Taurus, Virgo, and Libra, or those born about the same time of year as themselves. Faults. The faults of these people are selfishness and self-distrust. They talk too much, and magnify their troubles and perplexities. The spiritual nature is hard to reach, but once aroused is capable of the highest development. They are not quick to anger, but when their rights are meddled with they can be passionate and cruel in their denunciations. Diseases. The disease most likely to attack those born under this sign are indigestion and melancholia. They are often the victims of overwork because of their determination to achieve brilliantly whatever they undertake, and because of their lack of judgment in reference to their powers of endurance. These ailments and all others known to man can be entirely dominated, forever cast out, by those who realize that mind is the master and the body the servant of the mind. Mode of growth. As these people talk too much, they should first learn silence and deep meditation, and search for the best methods of overcoming the habit of unkind judgment. They should learn discrimination about methods of work, and not ruin their fine powers by a too strict adherence to precedent and public opinion. They should make a careful study of themselves, find their weakest points, and then set diligently to work to strengthen them. The chief lesson for an intelligent Capricorn person to learn is that there is something higher than the intellect, and that there are things which cannot be proved by mathematics or worked out by a syllogism. When the teachers in this sign are illuminated by spiritual light, their power for good is unlimited, and they seem to possess every gift worth having. This light can be obtained only by looking up and away from self. The tendency to morbid introspection and the habit of dwelling upon the ills of life make this a difficult matter. The earth's attraction for these people is very strong, but it is often beautifully overcome. There is great credit in such conquest, for this sign represents the dark side of the earth. Marriages. The happiest unions will be found between Capricorn and Taurus persons, and the offspring will be strong physically. More intellectual children will result when Capricorn is united with Libra, and a greater endowment of power and genius will accrue to the offspring of Capricorn and Virgo. Government of children. Children born under this sign should not be associated with cross or coarse people, as they readily take on the conditions of those about them. It is impossible to be too earnest with the education about the realities of human life, and the necessity of self-government, especially in the matter of pride. These Capricorn children are inclined to be haughty and arrogant if not controlled. Like their elders who have not been brought into harmony with spiritual truth, they reason from external, material standpoints, and are apt to feel that they know it all. To make these children willing servers, unwearied pains should be taken to cultivate in them a desire to serve others rather than themselves. It is also vitally necessary that they be taught discretion in eating. Unwearied pains should be taken to keep these children simple in their desires and natural in behavior, as the tendency of this sign is toward outward display, which very soon degenerates into vulgar and shoddy tastes. This sign is governed by Saturn, and the gems are white onyx and moonstone. The astral colors are garnet, brown, silver gray, and black.